Welcome back. We're here with Charlie Collicutt, the Guilford County Board of Elections Director. Are you seeing more of a rise in voter registrations, and are you seeing one party more than the other?
Yeah, we are seeing an increase in voter registrations. We'll be the highest number of registered voters we've ever had. It's not as like the growth isn't so abrupt like we've had in the past. People are registering at the DMV, and they've started doing registrations earlier in the year, so it's a steady increase instead of just a huge jump at the end. And the ratios of where we are with the different parties is somewhat staying the same. Unaffiliated voters keep growing, but it's nothing, no massive changes in that demographic.
Okay, well, speaking of the different parties, someone's asking, is it too late to change my party affiliation?
No, it's not. The registration deadline we talked about, October 11th. If you get a party changed to us by then, we'll change your party. If not, we'll do it after the election.
Okay. And I have moved from Guilford County to Rockingham County. Does my ID have to reflect my move?
If it's your driver's license, no, we are not looking at address. If you're moving county to county and you have one of the IDs you got from the Board of Elections office, you will have to update that at Rockingham County. But if it's just the address on the driver's license, no, we're not looking at address, just that it's a North Carolina driver's license.
Okay, this person says, I recently read that if someone marks on your ballot before handing it to you, that you should request a new unmarked ballot. Is this a fact, and why the mark?
No, it's not a fact. That is a misconception. I'm not sure where that came from. In North Carolina and in Guilford County, poll workers will mark your ballot. It may be the precinct. It may be something with your ballot style designation. There are some other designators we have to put on ballots for our chain of custody and certain other auditing procedures. So we will mark something on your ballot, and it will count. We're doing it. It's going to count. That's a misconception.
Let me go back to this. Someone asked, if they needed to change their party affiliation. I'm wondering if they think that if they're registered Republican now, they're only going to get a Republican ballot, or if they're registered Democrat now, they're only going to get a Democrat ballot. That's not the case in a general election.
No, it's not. It would be if this was the primary, and this is not the primary. It's the general. Your party doesn't matter. Whatever your party is, you're going to get all of the candidates with all the parties. You can pick one party, you can pick and choose, you can do whatever you want. But if you just want to be a different party, you can certainly change.
Okay, so we know that RFK Jr. tried to get his name off the ballot, but the State Board of Elections said no. Can you tell us a little bit about their decision?
Yeah, well, RFK Jr., he got on the ballot with something, a party called the We the People Party. The We the People Party requested to have his name removed as their candidate, I believe, yesterday. The State Board of Elections had an emergency meeting today and decided per statute they had to look at, was it practical to reprint the ballots? And they voted that at this time it was not practical to reprint the ballots. I've already got 30,000 absentee ballots in my office ready to go. I think there was close to 2 million ballots that have already been printed. So the state board used some of that data and the timeline to redo all of our ballot processing to make the determination that it's not practical to reprint ballots without his name. So there's 2 million ballots already printed with his name on there, and we're going with it.
Right, and I think also it's the timing thing, right? Because it's not just the November 5th general election. You have to turn around the ballots faster because early voting, those ballots start going out early.
Right, and it's in absentee by mail. The deadline is September 6th. There can be some flexibility on that, but our deadline for military and overseas ballots to go out is coming up pretty soon.
Okay. Well, we thank you for your time and your expertise. We'll be hearing a lot more from you as we get closer and closer to the election. If you missed any of this, all of it is going to be in the Two Wants to Know section of our website.